Welcome along then to the final moments of peace before a grid full of the world's fastest racing cars fire into life and charge down towards the scuffle of Turn 1. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and 2 DRS zones will help with that as well. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day, and the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Kimi Räikkönen starts today from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo and Hamilton, Magnussen, Ocon, Van Dorn and Fernando Alonso, Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Sergio Perez and Sainz, Gasly, Leclerc, Lance Stroll and Brendan Hartley, Ericsson and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
this is Jeff. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty. The gap to the car behind is 4.1 seconds. Absolutely awesome, just amazing, well done.
Great win then for the Maranello team today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looked so comfortable out there.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I'm going for someone who really punched above their weight today, and that's Sergei Sorokin. He was fantastically quick through the whole Grand Prix.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.